Well, they don't clean the cameras. Look at all cobwebs on that. I'm not going to tell you where I'm parked. It looks like someone's come along and bent the bars and cut that wire as well. And that's another camera. They do say that one man can make a difference. But when two men make a stand, it should technically take twice the time less. What's the weather like up there? You'll have to turn the volume up, I can't hear you. Eh? What you say? Yeah. Hang on, wait there, I'm coming up. Have you ever played chicken before? My advice is not to play chicken. If you want a game of football, this is a good place to start.
Everybody's gone quiet on stopping the clean air zone. I've talked to the taxi drivers and they've given up. But we all know that it's going to be private cars in the end. Now, I have done a freedom of information request to Sheffield City Council and they claim they'll never charge cars. But that's what they're saying at the moment. What they're trying to find out is can they divide people and actually get away with it. So they've done the first test, we're bringing it in with commercial vehicles. The next test will be with private cars. And they'll be scheming and plotting in the back rooms of Sheffield Council.
People are attacking cameras. This is just a traffic monitoring camera. But up and down the country, people are sabotaging cameras. So obviously, cutting wires on cameras is a criminal offence.
But isn't it also criminal to bring in laws that are unjust as well?
I think you've got a valid point there, and many people will agree with that.
Yeah,
what do you think Sadiq Khan would say to you? It looks like someone's come along and bent the bars and cut that wire as well. And that's another camera. 15-minute city, open prisons. In London, the ultra-low emission zones have been expanded by Sadiq Khan.
Yeah.
The cameras are being attacked.
Yeah.
Why do you think they're attacking the cameras, the people?
Well, they're actually unjust and unlawful laws, aren't they? They've not got the actual okay from the people, they're just doing it for another revenue generating. We're paying 60% tax or more on a gallon of petrol. We're paying his road fund licence every year, or our whatever car tax every year. And there's all the taxes that we probably don't even know about. And then they want to add this on top. I mean, parking in Sheffield, if you park on the streets for 12 hours, it's 36 quid. We've already paid for those roads once. Why should people be paying to park on a road?
It's my understanding that when a car goes through its MOT test, emissions get tested.
That's right, yeah, they're quite clean, aren't they? So they wouldn't be passing the emissions. I mean, my car's 2005 and it can drive in all the new layers and everything with absolutely no issue. But I'm sure there's other cars just as clean as mine that are being penalised, especially the commercial vehicles.
That's a 58 plate bus. I wonder if it's been converted. Going forward in the future then, do you think cars are going to get charged?
Oh, definitely, it's just a matter of time. They've bought off the first part, they do it in stages. So they bought off the first phase with commercial vehicles. The next stage will be private cars.
The thing is, everybody's honking at you and supporting you, but they're not up on the bridge with you.
I know, this is the thing, Mark, but what this promotional video might be quite good to get it on the Facebook group with cars and see if we can get more people out, if they can see what the reaction is. And if we can get more people lined up on the bridge, get another sign, because we have got signs, and get more signs along here, especially when there's a big football match on, if we come about 12 o'clock, we should be able to really get the message out.
Peaceful, non-violent direct action. That's lawful, apparently. But attacking cameras obviously is unlawful.
That's right, yeah.
I can understand why people do that, I really can. But however, as much as it's wrong, what other ways is there to combat these situations?
Freedom of information requests, holding people to account in the council. You know, because the votes don't count by the looks of it, they'll just do it anyway. So I don't think your vote counts anymore. I will only be spoiling my paper in the future.
Now then, you're also up on this bridge protesting.
Yeah.
What would you like to say to the people watching?
Basically to not pay the clean air zone tax. You know what I mean? If you look at what they're doing in Birmingham, I think is like 330 or sort of pounds £330,000 of fines have been scrapped, and that's because people en masse like didn't pay, you know, their little tax down there. So if we could stop paying here, you know what I mean, like if we could like en masse like stop paying the cash tax around here, then you know the whole thing's gonna get scrapped. You know what I mean, like people, the whole fines are gonna get scrapped. But you know what I mean, it just takes a collective action in order for us to do it.
Now then, in London, you'll be aware of the cameras getting attacked, won't you?
Yeah.
Obviously, it's unlawful, that.
Yeah.
As a personal point of view, what message do you have to people when they're considering breaking cameras and smashing them and spraying foam on the lenses? What's your opinion about that?
I don't blame them, but at the same time, like, I don't know if any of them got caught yet breaking the cameras. I have no idea if anybody saw like any like lawful action when, you know, they're like breaking the cameras and shit. Obviously it's criminal damage, but it's just like not paying the fines. That's probably another way, because if like there's no need to break cameras if nobody pays the fines. And it's like, I remember in London when Sadiq Khan was trying to expand it to all the other zones in London, like a few councils were in opposition to this shit. I think it was Bramley was against it. I think Watford was against it as well. You know what I mean? So there is a lot of resistance even within the councils against this whole ULEZ expansion, against the whole charging people, and for what? Like for emissions? Like it takes a high amount of mileage for an electric car to save the emissions that it takes during production. Like, so it's like all these governments like hailing electric cars. Yeah, it's great. Not really. Like if you look at the production of how it's made in the giant lithium ion batteries, like 500 kilos, you'll find out quickly that it takes a lot of like CO2 being emitted in order to produce these things. So yeah, that's about it.
Any message to Sadiq Khan? Obviously he's in London and you're in Sheffield. What's your message to Sadiq Khan?
My message to Sadiq Khan is that he's a traitor to the people of London. You know what I mean? All the councils expressed their concerns. He just tossed them to the water like if it was a toilet. You know what I mean? So obviously he's really unpopular in London. So he's going to get his day. He's going to get his day where he's going to get kicked out of his office, and you know the people are going to celebrate. So get ready.
Going forward then, I know you've got a thick folder of paperwork on Kate Joseph's.
Yeah.
And I'm going to meet you soon.
Yeah.
And you're going to give me that folder, aren't you, to have a look at?
That's right, Mark.
So, coming up very soon, Kate Joseph expose.
That's right, definitely.
And we know who her husband is.
Yes, we do, don't we, Mark?
Did he used to work in the IMF?
That's right, yeah.
Did he used to work in the British government?
That's right, yeah.
Did Kate Joseph used to work in the White House?
Yes, she works in wherever it is in America.
Watch this space.
Yes.